What up, y'all, and welcome to my vlog. My husband and I took a belated anniversary trip to New Orleans. We went for one whole day, traveled 10 hours, but let me tell you, it was worth it. We saw a lot, and there is no place like New Orleans. It was crazy and loud and fun and just so different. I've never experienced a city like that, so I just wanted to share it with you. And even on the way home, we got stuck on the I-40 bridge in Memphis from a Black Lives Matter protest, and I just wanted y'all to hear all about it. So I didn't record any of the trip down there because it was just 10 hours and not that exciting to shoot. And we started out at this place called Cafe du Monde, which is like a New Orleans thing that you have to do, and you have to eat these things called beignets. And what they are is, the best way for me to describe it is like a funnel cake donut. It was so good. It was actually really cheap, and we went early enough to where we got seated right away. We had like no wait on our beignets, and like seriously, by the time we left, there was a huge line. So I'm glad we went when we did, and it was fun. There was a guy there who was serenading us with a trumpet. And after that, we just went sightseeing around the blocks, looking at different architecture and really cool stuff. The Spanish ties, the French ties to the city. And one thing I noticed was a lot of the houses had plants on the balconies, really beautiful, and gas lamp lights. And it was just so cool. We were killing time before our swamp tour. And is anyone a fan of American Horror Story? Because season 3 is my favorite, and Kathy Bates' character was Madame Lalaurie. I think I said that right, I'm not sure. And we even saw the actual lady's house, so this is where she did some crazy stuff. So now we finally made it to the swamp tour. We're still killing time before we can check into our hotel, but I really wanted to go on a swamp tour. I always have, and I had remembered that, Louisiana has a lot of swamps, especially down near New Orleans. So I, of course, booked one for us. It was so much fun, and this is actually probably like the only part of the blog, besides I think a couple shots at the end, where I'm actually filming with my Nikon. Most of it I just did on my iPhone because I don't know, it was a city I didn't really know, so I don't feel as comfortable like even going out in downtown St. Louis with my Nikon camera. So I did a lot on my iPhone 6, but you can see some really beautiful shots here. I just love the swamps. It was hot as can be, y'all. I'm not even kidding. But just the trees, and the gators were so cute. They kind of reminded me of cats, because as soon as they see the boat, they knew they were going to get marshmallows or hot dogs, which is what they gave them. And they came up, and we saw like wild boars, and it was just so worth the money. We paid like $29 a piece, which actually I thought it was going to be a lot more than that, but it wasn't. And it was just so cool. If you guys ever go to New Orleans, you should definitely do a swamp tour. It is so hot, I am hungry, and I am tired. There's my little husband driving, and oh my gosh, I'm wiped out. That swamp tour was super cool though, and I liked it. So yeah, we saw tons of gators and a wild boar and a couple of different species of birds. I don't know. What are they? Cranes?
There was a crane. One was a crane, one wasn't.
I'm pretty sure they both were cranes.
They're both cranes.
But one was like one type of crane and the other was the other type of crane. I'm so tired. It's so hot. So we can't check in until 4. So we're just trying to do what we can. So we're going to go eat at this place called the Something Cheese Factory.
St. James Cheese Factory.
St. James Cheese Factory.
They don't make cheese, they make po' boys.
I don't know what that is. What?
It's like the...
There's no cheese?
Well, you can get cheese. It's just...
Why would they call it a cheese? Oh.
Well, it's like... Po' boys is like the... It's a Cajun sandwich. It's like...
Okay, but I'm trying to eat cheese. Okay. So we were finally able to check into our hotel room. Super cute. I'd show you the bathroom, but Chris is currently using it. And my favorite part is the stinking balcony. First of all, this is the view when you first walk out. And I know it's a bunch of rooftops, but it's really cool to me. And then you step out. They got little chairs and tables. Step out, see people walking down the street, and it's just so pretty. So after our hotel, we showered and we napped because we just felt so gross and we were so tired. We didn't nap that long, but our hotel was actually a couple blocks away from Bourbon Street, and if you don't know the significance of Bourbon Street, it is a big like tourist spot, a big party spot, has a lot of bars and different restaurants. And it's where they do Mardi Gras, which it kind of felt like a normal Mardi Gras because there were still people on balconies throwing beads. And I picked a pair of beads off the ground because I obviously had to get beads in New Orleans and not buy them, but I'm not about showing my lady bits, so I just cheated and picked them up off the ground. And it was so fun. I didn't really film what we did after this because we ate dinner and walked around again, so it's gonna jump to nighttime, you'll see here soon. But they had a lot of performers during the days, kids with their parents, these break dancers. I forgot their names, I need to look it up. I'll put it in the description box. But they were on America's Got Talent, and it was just so cool and so fun.
All right, Missy, on up-level ground. Oh! Yeah.
New Orleans is just such a great biking and walking city, and it's so fun. Like I was saying, it's almost indescribable. You have to go there. And they have wedding parades like what you're seeing here, and I guess that happens often because that's what the girl at Lush said, which is just crazy to me. And a lot of live music just on the street corners, people playing it. And Bourbon Street at night was so overwhelming. I think it would have been, my husband and I agreed that it would have been a lot better with friends for most of Bourbon, but we found this cool little place on the corner where they were playing live music, and even when they did have DJ tracks later on with a different people on stage, they were still singing it too, and it was just so much fun and a great way to end our night. So we are currently stuck on the I-40 bridge going into Memphis, which is on our way home, and there's a Black Lives Matter protest that shut it down, but I am not bothered at all because honestly, a little inconvenience to me is nothing compared to a lifetime of inconvenience. It's been maybe like an hour later, still stuck, saw some couple cars coming down, see there's some stops talking to people. I'm guessing those might have been protesters that left, I'm not sure because only a few have come down. For the most part, this whole street has been dead, and there was a guy who got out of the car and walked his dog, and some people crossed the street to go to the bathroom over there. Overall, just a really calm atmosphere. Now there are police cars coming down this side of the highway, so I don't know what they're doing. Okay, I called my mom, and she's watching a live feed. She said there's like hundreds of protesters, might be stuck here a while. We're at about the 1 hour mark. I'm getting ready to cross the road to go to the bathroom. Fun stuff. And I guess the ambulance was someone who had a medical emergency. Okay, so we're currently going backwards, and what we're going to do is there's this opening here when semis moved out, and the cop came up and said, okay, so when these semis move, turn around, and we're all going to go out this way. And then to get in on the bridge, we're gonna go on the opposite side of the bridge to get into the city. So this is pretty cool, you guys. So this is actually shot on my SLR camera. I'm so dumb and totally forgot I had it in the car. So like all the other video was on my iPhone 6. So yep, look at that. I'm slow, but that's okay. I seriously was so close to crossing that median there. I accidentally scratched my leg on it because I sat up on it. But I was so close to jump in that median and going to the bathroom on the other side like tons of people were, because you can't really do that here, it just kind of drops down. But yeah, but I feel bad because all these semis are kind of stuck here. I'm just so excited. I've never been a part of anything like this, and it was not like, yeah, we are an hour behind what we're doing, but you know, that's what happens. It's okay, it was an hour, we got to chill, we got to relax, both of us did, instead of one of us just driving a whole bunch. So yeah, that's the update. Alright you guys, I don't know if this is blurry or not, and I know the video is dark, it's nighttime, but we're in the car, we're successfully driving off of the bridge. I'm just like, I don't know if I said this already, but I'm just like really overwhelmed and just kind of, it was cool because we experienced a protest in the city of Memphis where Dr. Martin Luther King had his, and that is just like crazy for me to think because here we are years later still having them, and in Memphis even. I'm not even from Memphis, we're on the way home from St. Louis, so that's just crazy that that has happened. And as far as someone who was stuck, you know, everybody's always like, what about the people who are stuck? It was fine. We all chilled, we all relaxed, nobody let out a groan or anything. I'm sure there maybe have been people who are annoyed, maybe some of the people driving semi-trucks because, you know, they're on a schedule, but for the most part, like, you know, I wasn't really bothered. All the other people I saw weren't bothered. And, you know, the people who say like, well, what if somebody that's stuck needs a medical emergency? How can an ambulance get through? Well, I saw an ambulance effectively and efficiently go pick someone up that was stuck. So it was real quick. They got there real easily. So I feel like that kind of debunked that theory. I don't know if maybe it could have been because the other side of the road was completely clear or what, but it was fine. My mom was watching on the live feed. She said there were hundreds of people out there. You know, it is what it is. You know, it's our First Amendment, the right to protest. So I got to deal with one, so that's cool. All right, well, that was that for the protest. So thanks for watching, guys. All right, y'all, we got our food, we got our gas light was blinking when we just got stuck on the bridge. So we stopped at a gas station which had a Subway, so we got some food. I was 2 seconds from getting hangry on my husband, and now he's annoyed because he's trying to listen to some comedy. But I just want to say thanks for watching this vlog, especially if you made it to the end. If you made it to the end of this video and you're listening right now to this, what am I saying? Y'all, I'm so tired. Comment what up boo in the comment section because I'm testing y'all. I'm seeing if you're watching. Alright, thanks again for watching this vlog, whatever. I need a nap and eat. Okay, bye!